everybody, this is Lynn. I'm at Burnaby Toasters. And today I'm here with our senior member, one of our senior members, Saqib Khan. Now what impresses me most about Saqib is that when I first joined Burnaby Toasters in January of 2001, every time I show up for meetings here at Burnaby Toasters, I would see Saqib up here doing a presentation or taking on a role. So today, I'm here to talk with Saqib about his journey at Burnaby Toasters. First of all, Saqib, thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview with me in front of a live audience here at Burnaby Toasters. And secondly, thank you, too, for agreeing that this video is going to be posted on the Burnaby Toasters website.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. First of all, Saqib, I remember we were chatting one time, and you had mentioned to me that you used to be very shy, that you would not initiate a conversation with anyone. Now, at that time, after seeing you standing here presenting and taking on several roles, it was very difficult for me to imagine that. Now, can you tell me about the journey to Burnaby Toasters, and what was it like before? What prompted you to join Burnaby Toasters?
So I joined towards the end of 2010. And I had come to a point in my life where there was a deep realization that I had a lot to offer, but I was getting in my way. My shyness was just very high. The level was really high. And I was finding that I had this to offer to people, but I was just stuck within myself. So one day I decided that I was not going to hide my legs under a bushel, so to speak, and I was just going to go out and do something to get over the shyness. So I was looking around on the internet. I had known about Toastmasters since 2003. I just didn't muster up enough courage to basically join a Toastmasters group. And I used to work just around the street, and I found this club, and then I joined. And the results were tremendous. It got me out of my shell. I still tend to be a bit shy. Initiating conversations is still a bit hard for me, but it doesn't stand in my way anymore. So it gave me the tools, the confidence to basically be who I am for the most part. Just come out, say things, interact. So it's been a good journey.
Fantastic. Now, if my memory serves me right, I believe you did your CC in less than a year.
I did it in about 7 to 8 months.
7 to 8 months. That's very impressive. Now, what was the motivation behind that? What was the energy behind that, wanting to finish that within that short 7 months? Because I see you up here almost every week or every other week.
Yeah, the motivation was to get to my CC level, because something in me was telling me once I got to the CC level that I would think that I've achieved something, and just that sense would propel me forward even more, and I am on that journey at this point. But it was, when I looked at the manual, there were so many different things that I could see would make me a better person. You know, there's all the different components are coming together for you to deliver the speech. So I wanted to get that done as soon as possible so that I had the 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 components that I needed, so that I could then keep growing and start becoming an advanced speaker. So that's where the motivation was coming from.
Excellent. And I see that these days when you come up here and do your presentation, you're very confident. Now, Saqib, how has the communications and leadership skills that you've learned at Burnaby Toasters or Toastmasters in general helped you in your work life? We know you're a structural engineer. How has it helped you in your work life and also in your daily life?
It's helped me in a big way in my work life. If I have to go talk to a colleague, I'm way more confident. If I have to go ask my boss for a raise, I can go and sit there with an open body language, look him in the eye, and basically go through the steps that I've learned over here. You know, I'm doing the interpersonal communications manual right now, which teaches you how to demonstrate value, it teaches you how to negotiate with people. So everything is coming together, and it's all based on the things that I've learned here. So it's the inner confidence, it's the inner knowing that I can go in a setting and I can assert myself in a positive manner, and I can let the inner side of me come out.
Excellent. That's great. Now, Saqib, can you tell me, what do you like best about Burnaby Toasters?
That's a great question that you're asking, and a lot of my colleagues are here. It's a very friendly group of people. When I came here, I was really encouraged, Mel being one of the persons that I interacted with quite often. There were a couple other senior members that have since moved on to other parts of the town, and they can't come here. But Joanne was an inspiration when I was starting initially. I saw this lady who was here, this very positive energy about her. So I didn't take on a mentor per se, but there were always role models in here, and it's a very positive outlook that people have in this group. And also, it's a very cheap club. The dues are quite it's probably one of the cheapest, so that is a plus too, I think.
It's a cheap education, I guess.
It's cheap education. And the one thing that amazes me about Toastmasters is you can buy these manuals for $5 each. If you were to actually do something like that at a workshop, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars to get some sort of that sort of an education, which over here is pretty much free.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. Yeah. Now, Saqib, you have earned your CC. I know you're currently working on your ACB, Advanced Communicator Bronze, and you're working on your CL. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now?
As far as Toastmasters goes, I would like to have my DTM in the next 4 years or so. I've given myself about 5 years since I started to the time I get my DTM. And I'm already looking at the other manuals, and I'm trying to see which one suits me the best. Because my interpersonal communication side is still a bit weak. I can stand up in front of people and I can deliver speeches. It's still the starting conversations and telling stories or being a humorist is still a little bit out there for me. So the path I'm going to take is going to be towards those softer skills that I need to still acquire.
Perfect. I see our time is done. So thank you very much, Saqib, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.